The DePaul women's soccer team is 8-2-2, and their 6 seniors sat down for this week's edition of Blue Demon Insider.
The season's been going great so far. Before we started, we all had the same hopes they would be the best season that DePaul's ever had. And we've had a pretty good start. It's 8-2-2 right now. We have 5 games left, and we're confident going into them. Everyone's looking good, and defense-wise, we're doing brilliantly, and attacking-wise, we're winning games. So, yeah, it's going really well.
Well, when we first came here, I remember that it was pretty much, we were Erin's first recruiting class she was really confident about, and she wanted us to come in and make an impact right away. And I remember that we had a lot riding on our freshman year, and we came in and we went to the quarterfinals of the Big East Championship, which was the first time in DePaul's history, which was a big deal. And then looking back from then to now, how much we've grown as a team, it's been amazing how we've all been from freshmen to seniors, and now we're very confident going into the Big East tournament, and then also hopefully rooting for the NCAA tournament as well.
It was pretty hard because, all I wanted to do is play midfield, and then playing center back, you're stuck back there. You can't really go forward because if you do, you kind of leave the team hanging. Yeah, Kylie can speak for it. She plays there now. So, but yeah, it was a really big challenge for me, and every single day I had to come out and mentally tell myself, this is where you're playing now. You have to do it for the team. You have to do it for the coaches. But let's just say I'm happier in the midfield now. This year I think sacrificing for our team is, it's a big thing. Like, this team has the best chemistry that I've seen in my 4 years here. When we step on the field every day, we play for each other. And I think, Bree is a good example of this year, how she dropped in and is playing center back. Kylie even too, playing positions they've never played. And I think, they're doing it for the team, and it just shows, our team chemistry. It's going to take us far this year.
I think that's kind of the beauty of team sports, and I think having teammates is the reason why people, partake in team sports, because you have that constant circle of trust and support, and if you fall down, there's going to be 10 other people on that field that are going to be there giving you that hand to pick you back up. So after I tore my ACL and I'm done, I just wanted to be the best teammate I could be. So that's what I try to do every day. I try to make noise on the bench. I try to stay positive because all these girls are so worth it. I know they would do that for me, and to be positive and to be teammates to one another is about sacrifice, like Roller and Bree, and it's about being there for your teammates when it may be a little tough for them, but those are the times that mean the most. So teammates and coaches that support you and are always there for you are people that you definitely won't ever forget, and I'll never forget this team.
Senior season is awesome. I wouldn't have picked a better season to start and contribute and play. This is my class, and we've been through so much together, so it hasn't been easy in the past, but doing it this season, this year with these people, it's just so much better. Just like Roller was touching on, sacrificing and people having to step up and fill the shoes and get it done on the field, it's brought us so much closer together and made us such a stronger team.
Yeah, well, before coming here, I'd never visited. I'd never been to America. I have no family, no friends, nothing in America. And yeah, my parents, trusted me, and it was very difficult for them to let me go somewhere where we have no clue what it's like other than TV and movies to go off of. So yeah, it was a big deal. And as soon as I got here, my very first person who I stayed with during preseason was Kelsey Hoinkus. And I don't think I could have stayed with a better person, to be honest. She welcomed me. She was so nice. She may not have understood half the things I was saying, but she always nodded along like she was and made me feel welcome. And yeah, I really appreciate that. And then just from the very first day, everyone, like my own class, they were probably scared themselves, to come into college soccer, and for everyone it's a big deal. So everyone reached out to me, and I appreciate that more than anyone will know. And having these girls beside me, it means a lot, because they're right, we have been through a lot, and I think we help each other more than we even realize, and thank each other enough,
Well, starting this season, at first I was a little tentative. I didn't really know what was going to happen because we got recruits, but not a single one of them was a defender. So we were all kind of like, who's going to be playing in our back line? And then they kind of had us as captains. We had to try to figure out who we wanted to be playing back there. And I think we couldn't have had a more better group of girls, backline and Alex. At first, our first couple games, I think we had to get used to each other a little bit, and it wasn't going obviously you can't click right away. And then we all kind of learned each other's strengths and weaknesses and how everyone liked to play. And from then on, I think we just kept growing and growing, and we know we need to always be communicating, always be helping each other, telling each other where to go, who to pick up. And I think it's all about working together, and just we all want to do so well, and we all have this goal. We don't want anyone to score on us. We don't want anyone to push us around. And I think because we're all so determined and dedicated, that's why we do so well together.
Where to start? Yes, I've known her for a really long time. We've played club together. Basically, since then we've been on the same club team. But yeah, in high school we kind of went to rivalry schools across town, and every time we met on the field, it was basically a full-on battle. We would not even be going for the ball; we would just be playing each other. Just because we both, we knew each other so well, and we just wanted to do the other up. So it was.
Start laughing.
We'd be laughing on the field, and our coaches would just be like, "You guys, come on." But it's translated here a bit because at practice, we'll go at it, but in the end, we support each other so much, on the field. I always listen for Kylie's voice, directing me what to do, and that's how it always was from our club team too. So yeah, it's definitely been good knowing her this whole time and translating that to the field. So
Definitely my favorite memory is we were playing Dayton at Dayton, and we weren't supposed to beat them. Nobody thought we were going to beat them. They were a top 25 team in the country, I think. And a player on our team, MK, hadn't been getting a ton of playing time during the season, but she was always ready on the bench, and she was always ready to get in there and do her, get her chance. And so MK, we were in overtime, and MK got her moment, and she went in there, and MK ended up scoring, getting a breakaway and scoring the game-winning goal, and everyone rushing on the field and celebrating. And I think that was one of my favorite moments. I felt like I won the Super Bowl, and I was just so proud of her, and I felt like she was such an example to our team that, you may not get to play 90 minutes every game. Not all players can, but she had that one opportunity to prove herself, and she had that one opportunity to do something for her team, and she fully capitalized on it and took advantage of it. And I think because of that game, MK has kept playing more and more and more, and is such a huge contributor to this team, and I just think that's so awesome that she could do that for herself.
I would say would be a memory that we actually just created when we played Georgetown. See, it's a good one. We're all really excited to play them. Georgetown's a great team, and I've just never seen our team be more pumped and more excited to go on the field. And we didn't win the game, but it felt like we won the game. We tied them, and Erin gave an awesome speech in the beginning. I had butterflies in my stomach, and it was just a great feeling. And we went out there and we worked our butts off, and we played for each other. We ran for one another. We picked one another up when we were tired or couldn't run anymore. And I've just never seen our team be so ready. It was awesome.
My favorite memory at DePaul is not necessarily on the field. I mean, I have got hundreds of memories on the field, but this one actually happened this year, and it was actually at Georgetown. We were actually all at dinner at CPK, and we were just all having a good time, and next thing you know, Kimmy shows up out of nowhere, and to see her come out there and pay for herself to be with the team probably was one of the most inspirational moments. The looks on all of our teammates' faces was actually priceless, and just her coming and just wanting to be a part of the team was really inspirational, just to want to be there for your teammates and to be a better person, and it's just makes you want to fight that much harder for your teammates because we all care so much about each other, and it just was probably one of my favorite moments.
My memory, it's going way back to freshman year. I think it was when I hadn't started or played in any games for the first 4 or 5 matches, I'm not sure. Then a senior on our team who played outside back got hurt, so a spot had opened up, and I just remember Aaron being like, "All right, Kylie, you're gonna start this game." I was just like, "Oh my God!" And so it's just one of my favorite memories because we were playing Mizzou, who was a really good team, and they had some really big girls, and so I think it was just it's all about like getting. If I didn't get that chance, I don't know where I'd be right now, and it's just about like taking your chance and capitalizing on that opportunity. And like just because something's not going your way right away doesn't mean you can't like pick it up.
It was actually this year too as well at Georgetown. And the reason it was my favorite memory is that my brother, he was a medic in the Army for the past few years, and so he's been gone for a lot of my soccer career here at DePaul. So he hasn't been to a lot of games, and at Georgetown, him and my dad, flew out and surprised me. They were, our only fans from like around here in the stands. We had Anna's family and stuff, but that was about it. And I remember like I looked up and I actually just I started crying when I saw them, and I was so excited that they were there. But the thing that got me the most is that we were warming up, and like Elise Wyatt was next to me, and she was even tearing up because she was just so happy for me. And I think that's my favorite memory because it just shows like just how tight our team is, that they were so excited for me, just that my brother and my dad were there. So
I would say that I have a lot of memories from all the years, and I find it difficult to pick one. I would probably say the most relieved I was when I scored my first goal, because it was my freshman year. It was a long time coming, because I had a lot of chances, and I just was having one of those seasons where it just wasn't going in. And then, yeah, that was the biggest relief, and probably my favorite photo of all time came from that as well. They piled on me right here, right in this little corner right here. But then it's the simple things over the years, like Janina when she gave her senior day speech, or watching Morgan get 13.2 on the beep test, then Kylie matching it this year. But it's all the little things and the friends I've made along the way and try and keep in contact with. It's just a lot to take back, because wherever I end up, whatever country I'm in, like this, I just have a hell of a lot of memories with these guys, and yeah, it's difficult to pick one when you have so many teammates over 4 years, So, I mean, it's gonna be very, sad and exciting for our last home game, but at the same time, I'm not worried at all, because I know how many more games we're gonna have afterwards, and that's what I'm looking forward to. We have 2 for sure, and with the rate it's going, I'm expecting and hoping for us to go a lot further. So I'll be sad our very last game. Well, I guess I'll be sad game, because we're gonna keep going. But yeah. I mean, leaving this field, we've been on here for how long? We were the first ones to play on this field, this turf, with the stadium and everything. So that was very cool to be able to say as well. But yeah, I'm not gonna be sad. I'm not sad. I'm happy to, it's been amazing to play on this field with so many people, and yeah, I mean, we're just gonna keep going, guys, all the way to NCAA. So I'm not worried. I'm not sad.